that was fighting for gay rights, and people were killed.
Nobody was killed at Stonewall.
Nobody was killed.
Cynthia LeeFontaine is the ultimate Miss Congeniality that the franchise will ever have. For many years now, she's been a shining example of how to live a life filled with kindness and humility. Even online, Cynthia always manages to show support towards everyone she follows. In fact, if you follow any of the queens on social medias like Instagram, you've most likely stumbled upon one of Cynthia's many comments supporting all her sisters. And Cynthia has gained a lot of respect from the queens in the RuPaul's Drag Race community, which of course is no surprise. I mean, even in Cynthia's run on season 8, she was constantly going out of her way to help everyone around her. Although it's important to note that it was during the filming of season 8 that she began to experience some of the symptoms of what she would later find out was cancer, something that she'd end up having to go to treatment for shortly after her elimination on season 8. In the reunion for that season, she would discuss her struggles with having to cope with the fact that she had to deal with a life-threatening disease while also living her dream of finally getting cast on RuPaul's Drag Race. So it was a very challenging emotional journey, but she's grateful that she was able to fight through it, and even mentions how Acid Betty had been one of the people that constantly would visit her at the hospital when she was going through treatments. Now, to just cut straight to the point of this video, Cynthia is unfortunately going through some health issues yet again. She recently revealed that she has been diagnosed with avascular necrosis, a disease that attacks the bone tissue, making it weaker over time. Cynthia had been experiencing really bad pain in her hips for the past year, until eventually needing to seek out medical attention. She had to start doing chemotherapy yet again, and has been taking many different pain medications. Her first surgery is going to be on November 9th, where she's going to begin the process of her hip replacement, and her second surgery is scheduled for January of next year. This means that Cynthia is going to be unable to work for the next couple of months, due to having to physically recover from the surgery. Not only that, but Cynthia also has to deal with the mental toll that this is going to take on her. So please, if you have the resources, considering donating to her Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. Again, you'll be able to find all these links in the description below. If you're unable to do a donation, then simply head over to Cynthia's social medias and send her some positive words of encouragement, or stream some of her music on Spotify, or comment on one of her many YouTube videos. And now that I brought that to your attention, I'm going to continue on with the rest of this video. A year later, at the end of season 9 episode 1, it was revealed that a 14th queen would be returning to compete, which we would later find out was Cynthia LeeFontaine. When this was originally announced, many of the fans weren't too happy, as they felt it was underwhelming and sort of random to have Cynthia come back to the competition. But it was clear that the invite was strongly tied to her experiencing symptoms from the cancer while she was filming season 8, so it perhaps played a larger part in her elimination than it came across to the audience at home. Regardless, Cynthia was back, and she did have an upper hand in the competition. I mean, regardless of how she did on season 8, she had something that none of the other season 9 queens had, which was the experience of what it's like to not just film a show, but watch it as it airs and experience the fanbase's reactions. She had also made Drag Race history as the second queen to ever return for a second consecutive season since Shangela on season 3. But unfortunately, there was never any moments where she really got to shine the way we would have wanted her to. But she still provided us with some very funny moments. I mean, the fact that she fully made a speech in Untucked giving her condolences to the chair that Eureka had destroyed is something that I can't say any other queen has done.
Anything, but I feel
a moment
bad.
of silence for this chair. He passed away. We have beautiful cuckoos sitting here for makeup, shade, tea, and more.
And then
for
the big
this chair,
cuckoo.
on behalf of season 9, our condolences.
But one thing that proves for sure just how overly positive Cynthia is as a person is that on season 9 episode 6, during the Snatch Game challenge, Cynthia would end up bombing with her impersonation of Sofia Vergara, which was one of the strangest Snatch Game performances to watch unfold at the time, because it just wasn't all that funny. Yet later on in the main stage, when RuPaul announced the 6 queens that had done the best and worst in the challenge, Cynthia fully thought that she was among the best of the night, and even could have won Snatch Game. So she was taken very off guard when the judges told her that they didn't like her performance. But then again, Cynthia's also the same person that fully told Michelle that she thought she was hilarious in Ruko's Empire. So at least she's consistent.
What did you think watching yourself in the scene?
I love it. It was really good. It was really good.
Now, although Cynthia's time on season 9 maybe didn't go as planned, she was still able to showcase herself even more to the world. And I, for one, am glad that she low-key started the trend of returning queens. I mean, after her, we got Eureka, who returned for season 8 due to her ankle going cleek. I mean her knee. And then we got Miss Vanjie, who returned for season 11. But as someone who's watched Cynthia's online presence for many years, one thing I can say for sure is that I have never seen her ask for help from the fans. She's always focused more on giving back to her fans and fellow queens. And I think that that's something that should be commended.
Hi, mis amores. Since last year, I've been having a lot of pain in my hips. And after going to the doctor and some studies, I was diagnosed with avascular necrosis. Due to chemo and a lot of pain medications I've been taking before. Now I'm gonna have my first surgery on November 9. And it's gonna be hip replacement on my left side, and then on January, on my right side. All I'm asking from all of you, it's positive energy and prayers. Stream my music, support my content, but most of all, you can send me all the messages of encouragement and love, because I promise to you, if I beat cancer, I'm gonna beat this too as well. I love you, mis amores, and thank you for your love and support on these difficult times. Los amo.
Anyways, before we end this video, make sure to donate to Cynthia if you are able to, and the information will also be available in the description. I wanted to take a moment to thank my patrons: Matthew Burns, Gay Uncle, Edgar Allan Pup, Franny Fishsticks, Cayman Rider Fury, O Nicole, Emma Malander, and Azure. If you'd like to see your name on the screen, you can support me on Patreon. The link will be in the description. Also guys, I do have some other videos currently in the works, but I wanted to make this quick video on Cynthia to get the information out there. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter @GreenGayYT, and if you'd like to support me on Patreon, you can find the link in the description. See you guys next time.